So guys, welcome to our critique session with the amazing Emmanuel.
Yes,
I'm so proud of this picture.
I mean, Mado.
Oh right, this picture.
Mado. Hey. You know when I saw this image, you know what came to my mind?
What?
Times.
Yes, we will go and thank him for doing it. Send money to his account.
The best to do it.
Yeah, so I'm sure most of you would have guessed that it would have been Emmanuel. That guessed right. Well done.
Mado. Who else would it be? If it's
boss.
not Tosi.
Okay, so we're talking about critique, and you're telling us something about
Yeah, I remember my first critique session. I can't remember the year now, maybe 2014 or 2014, I'm not sure. It was with the amazing Alakija Studios.
Wow.
And almost, I mean, it was brutal actually. So what he will tell you is come with an open mind and drop your ego at home. Because if you feel like your ego is bruised, I mean, it's just your bad. But he will tell you come with an open mind and drop your ego at home. Or even drop it at the door, so that when you come in here, it's a no nonsense and no judgment zone. However, after this critique session, I really saw my work in a different light. I mean, at some point I was thinking, oh yes, this is good, this is amazing. But when my work was dissected, and I felt like, oh man, I should throw my portfolio away. But I mean, it really helped me, because from then on, I started being critical about even my own work and even the work of other photographers that I see. Before then, I just used to see pictures and just like pictures, but then after that critique session, see a picture, I dissect it, I look at it. I mean, if it resonates with me, yes. However, if it doesn't, I'm just like, nah, just move, pass.
Yeah.
So it really helped, and it changed the way I saw my work and the way I saw photography as a whole.
Yeah. That's so good. I feel like I have the same story, and the interesting thing is that my first critique session was with Emmanuel right here. It was 2016.
Mado.
I remember it was Emmanuel, Obisobito, and Godson.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was brutal. Especially Obisobito, he killed me. I was like, why? What is this? And after like 2 months, I couldn't shoot. I remember for the next 2 months, I could not. I remember telling Emmanuel, I don't know if you remember, I was like, I can't shoot. I deleted all my pictures. I just felt really bad, but I'm better for it today. Absolutely. Because I started to look at my work differently, I started to see what was wrong with it. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. So if you're doing something wrong and you don't know, and there's no way you can fix it because you don't know it's wrong. Yeah. And the thing about Instagram is that once you post a picture, everybody just puts fire. Everybody, your friends will not want to. I mean, that's why you're putting out your business. Nobody's going to come and say this picture is bad or there's something wrong with this picture. You understand? So that's why I decided to. For the longest time, I wanted to do this.
And honestly, I feel critique is not only about what is wrong. It's also about what is good. Because sometimes you take a picture and it's so good, but you don't know what makes it. What makes it good. So when you're able to have someone dissect it and tell you, oh, this is the reason why this picture eats differently. That's I mean, so it also really, really helps. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So I think we went over my pictures already, but we'll just go over them again. The pictures are from 2016. I want you guys to see them.
That's 5 years ago.
This is 2016, so it's not my current work, but yeah, we have.
I still like this picture, really.
Yeah. Good.
It still looks really good. I love the emotion in it.
Yeah.
However, I think one of the most so for me, I think what really didn't work with me in this picture really is they're really looking outside of the frame, on the opposite side of the frame, rather than looking into the frame.
That makes sense.
So that's essentially directs your gaze. So all this real estate on the right is lost because once you look at the picture, you want to look at what they're looking at, and you can't see anything. So it really doesn't help, and it really doesn't help also that you have like a tilt on the picture, whereas It's a peaceful
It's okay.
picture,
It's
but the
okay.
tilts.
Let's move on. Let's move on. I already heard this critique and
Yeah, but all in
uh,
all, it's a very nice picture.
very nice.
The other picture, I mean,
Okay.
even this is not bad. I like the pose, the rings, the contact he's wearing. I mean, I don't know if guys take care of their hair this much, aside from Tosin.
My head is don't yab me.
Yeah, but this, I mean, it still looks good.
I feel like it's a bit flat with the
Yeah, I
blue
mean,
background. Yeah.
obviously, but I think it still looks okay.
Okay. I'm just going to skip and we're not here to talk about me. But let's do one more. Let's do one more. This one, I was trying to play with, color, just yet.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Indomitables. Like
Hey.
yeah, I mean, stretchy and the Indomitables.
All right. Let's get to the business of today. Let's get to the business of today.
Okay.
And this is our first image by Oluwatosin. Something. We'll put the name on the screen. Bamunire. And I'm just going to start off and say I like the picture. I like the picture. What do I like about it? I like the fabric. I like the background. I feel like his lighting is good. I like the pose. I love the hair. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think I like the play of colors. I like the contrast of the yellow against the green and the background. And I think I like the prop too. I mean, the props are really nice, trying to accentuate the whole set and making it grander than it would have been if it was just a very simple image on the background. I like the pose, whereas the sleeves, the puffy sleeves, have been accentuated, and there's spacing between the body and the sleeve, and just the connection, almost like a S curve that the hands are giving me. It just gives a type of flow. That's
I know once you're the same. I've seen why I brought the
that works. So I mean, I think it's such a dynamic image, and what else could be done better?
What could be done better?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure about this. Especially because her hands are covering part of it. Do you think it would be nicer if it was just her?
Yeah, I think there's an element that the simplicity of just her
and maybe just this one on the
base plate would give. However, I still like the depth that this adds to the image. Yes, I think I like the depth. However, for me, I think maybe the color of the nail polish on the toe would have been a bit different. Then maybe it would have helped the pictures, because the white is calling my attention to the feet, and there's really nothing to see
there
at the feet. So I feel like that's probably would have just been toned down, and it would make an overall more impressive image.
But overall, like a good image.
Overall, this is
well done, Oluwatosin. Well done. Yeah, I like
choice.
Your styling is good.
The styling is good. The balance is good, and overall, very good.
Okay, so let's move on to Studio 180.
Yeah.
All the way from Ghana. Thank you for submitting your image.
Fantastic.
So what do we say about this one?
I mean, I think it's not a bad effort. I probably would the balance between the highlights and the shadows for me is a bit much for this type of image in terms of the contrasts.
Yeah.
So I think the contrasts between the highlights and the shadow is just a bit.
So are you talking about that on her face or like
overall
image?
Overall image.
Okay.
I feel like the shadows could have been softer than this, because the whites are really white and the blacks are really black. So I mean, I feel like that's then the choice of props. I'm not sure
about it.
Yes, I'm not sure about it, especially because we all know that it's artificial, and it's showing so much that it is. I mean, Not to say it shouldn't be used, but I feel like
I also feel like because she's wearing a flowered
floral,
pattern dress
yes,
already,
yes,
I'm not sure about her holding this
the
flower. The flower
same,
is so close
especially
to
the
the
color,
body. Yeah, so
and the
it
color.
seems a bit much.
Yes,
Like so much is going on in here, and it's a bit distracting.
that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
What do you think about this pose where she's just staring?
Right into
Do you
the
think it would be a better image if she was like? I feel like she has big, beautiful eyes,
yes. So if
and
she
if she
was
was
looking
looking
into the
like directly
camera,
into the camera,
it would
that
have
would have
made more connection.
yeah. So her face would
Yeah.
have caught
Yes.
more of that attention.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like if she
Yeah, it's an interesting image. However, there's a lot that can be done better in
okay.
terms of
So well done,
lighting.
Studio 180 Ghana. I
Yeah,
hope you learned one or two things.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's go to the Digi Magic.
You know Digi's work.
Yeah, I know that his work, and I really like his work.
Yeah, I really like his work. Once again, I love the balance. I love the color tone in this image.
Very, very good.
And even the mood in the image, it's almost painterly. It's
Yes.
almost like, and the styling is just very simple
Mm-hmm.
and
The orange against the
and
green
sussex.
is good.
Yeah, the orange and just the accent of the top. It's not teal, but it's mint green, right?
Yeah, this is mint.
Yeah, so I think I love the subtleness of the image. The pose is good. There's a little bit of tension in the hands. However, aside from that, I think the fingers intertwine a bit, probably awkwardly.
I agree.
But aside from that, this is a fantastic image. I think if you can zoom into the face, I love the retouching too. I think it's a brilliant image. It's simple because I love simple. I mean, it's simple, straight to the point,
Okay.
and it's just a very nice image of a pretty young lady.
I really like her hair though. I like her hair.
Love the hair,
It's
like
you know-
1980s
yes.
type. Yeah, so it actually adds to the vibe.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. Someone might be tempted to fix all of this,
No,
but I think no.
The nappy, the nappiness.
It looks good the way
So
it
good,
is.
so good, so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
really good.
The only thing I saw this meet earlier, and the first thing I thought of was like, why isn't she looking like
At the camera.
camera?
Yeah, but I think there's a certain mood it evokes too. The direction of the gaze. This could be, oh, I'm a maiden, I'm being taken to my husband type of look. In that case, you don't look directly at. So some sort of, I mean, there's so many meanings we can read to it. If she was looking directly at the camera too, there's so many
So we'll have like a different.
yes, it's a different vibe that he
Yeah.
evokes.
I'm sure he has one with her looking at the camera.
I'm sure he does, but this, even looking away from the camera, is a brilliant image.
Yeah, Digi, well done.
Well done.
Amazing picture. Okay, now AB Charles. AB Charles. What do we say about this image? So I don't know. Do we want to talk about retouching?
Yeah, I think it's best to just speak holistically about everything.
Okay, so I feel like his retouching can be better.
Maybe it's a bit too much.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. You can see, and it's a bit uneven here. Here you can see some.
The patches.
Yeah, the patches. And then I see what you're trying to do, separating the hair from the background with this.
The air light.
The hairlight and the shoulder light, but we are creating this hot spot here that is really, really,
Yeah.
really, really bright. So I don't know if fixing that, how
Yeah,
you'd want to
yeah,
fix that.
Yeah.
But it's a
Maybe
bit
turning down
distracting.
the intensity
Yes.
of the backlight would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Overall, I think this image is reminiscent of a lot of images you see from young photographers now, trying to essentially accentuate or say melanin, the blackness, the richness of the skin tone of the black girl, black lady, black woman. I think it's good. However, in terms of execution, I feel like toning it a little bit down would be. And in terms of the pose, I think the hand on the cheek is a bit too heavy.
Yeah, so
The
it's covering
hand,
her jawline.
yeah,
We can't.
the hand on the hand is a bit too heavy. I mean, if it was just a little bit of touch, would be probably better than it feels as if she's grabbing her hand. But otherwise, I think it's there's a nice connection to the camera. I like the way she parted her lips. In terms of
this is
the
always
gaze.
good.
Yes, this is good. I like that subtle parting. In terms of the color against the background, I don't know if this is the original color, but then I think it's not bad in terms of the way it works together. It's not really bad. I don't know if this is the original color, but I think it works. It could be better, but I think it's sort of like works in terms of when you're going for similar tones, similar colors. We can still see some tones of the dress she's wearing in the background. However, there's an highlight on the background that is separating or bringing her out. So I think it works.
All right, well done, Charles. We'll go to the next image, and this is shot with highlights.
Yeah.
You can see from the shadows, and
I think I love this image. However, I love the idea behind the image. It's fantastic. However, I'm not sure if it's in the retouching that the highlights were, or I think it's in the post-production. But I feel like the highlights are too artificial for me. In terms of the highlights on the chin, the highlights on the cheek, and the highlights on the forehead.
On the forehead.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
they
feels,
seem
it
like
feels
they were
a bit
enhanced.
a bit too much. Whereas if it was left the way it was, I think it would have been. The pose is good. Everyone seems to love Bantu nuts.
Right? We've seen how many already.
We've seen three. Yeah, but the pose is good. I love the contrast of shooting against the white with the patterned dress. I like the shadow. I feel like the cropping could be a bit different.
Then I feel like he's shooting a bit down on.
Yeah, down. I mean, I feel like the angle is not
a problem.
Yeah, it's not a problem depending on what you're going for. But then I think the cropping could be better in terms of the way it works with the image. I think if you leave less headroom for this kind of image, then it might work better in terms of the way it looks. So yeah, aside from that,
Genio,
yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we'll see Prince Ude. This is one of my favorite images from. I don't know. I like eyes.
Yeah.
I like eyes.
I think there's a fantastic connection to the viewer of the image.
Yes.
Like, it's just like, what's your intention? Like, I won't be surprised if the person that took this picture is the boyfriend of the I mean, because the connection is almost palpable. It's almost like I know you. There's some sort of confidence that the model has in the person taking the picture, and that's actually a nice and amazing connection.
What do you think about the hands covering her mouth?
In the hands covering her mouth, in terms of symbolism, it depicts someone that is being shut up. Like, but in terms of the aesthetics of the picture, it's not a bad frame. However, in terms of cropping, I don't know, but I probably because the hands are now looking big. I think maybe the picture was shot with a 35 mm.
35, yeah.
I don't know if how we can check the metadata, but I feel like the picture was shot with a 35, making her hands bigger than in terms of proportion to her head. The hands are significantly larger than her head. So in that case, I would have gone for a tighter crop. So a tighter crop, probably.
Okay.
Showing this.
Hold on, let me try and see if we can create that.
No, still landscape actually.
Still landscape, right?
Yes, still portrait. I mean.
Still portrait.
Yes.
Is this good or out a bit?
Out a bit, showing her hairs. Yes. Good.
Are we sure?
I mean, it doesn't look like hands
It doesn't look like
anymore.
hands anymore.
However, I just have a problem. If probably a bit tighter, I just have a little issue because this is distracting too. This remaining part of the image is a bit distracting. So I feel like I still would have gone for a tighter crop.
So, what about a tighter crop
Landscape.
landscape? Would that work?
No, it still won't work because of this mass of hand is just a bit much. So I think what would have fixed this will be shooting with a longer lens.
So okay, so there's compression, and we don't have our hands seem so big.
So that's probably what would have fixed the problem in this image. Shooting with a longer lens will fix it. Because if you just highlight, there's just too much highlight here and right here. Just the highlights. I mean, especially since the hands are lighter in complexion than the. But aside from that, fantastic image.
I really like the image.
Yes, love it.
Okay, so attach Richmond headshots. The shade. I mean, I like the picture. I like her eyes. I like the lighting. I'm not sure about the crop. What do you think?
I'm not sure about the crop. I'm not sure about the placement of the chain. I'm not sure about the braids at the back. I also feel like, I think, just those things to highlight. She's a really pretty lady, and you did well to capture her beauty in a very good light. However, all these like little things can make or mar your overall image. So I think if you are being a bit more critical too, you can say in terms of even the retouching, there's still a little bits of blotches on the skin. I'm not sure which camera this was shot with.
It's
But
really
then it's really noisy too.
This seems like it was added.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's some kind of style.
I don't know, but if I wanted to add noise, I probably would just add monochromatic noise.
Yeah.
Not
color noise.
Not color noise.
You can see it has.
Yes, a lot of noise. So I mean, and you can still see if you're being critical, the skin still has a bits of blotches around here, and here. So if you are just being critical, but overall I think it's a nice attempt. It can be better, but those are just the points that are worthy of note.
Okay.
Aside from probably the brows too, some parts of it that's taken out here and here. Sometimes when you work with makeup artists, and even if they can't fill in the brows appropriately because of
this is an easy fix. You can just either burn it a bit or just use your clone stamp.
Brush.
Yeah.
Or there are even brow brushes right now.
Yeah, brow.
Yeah, so
interesting.
You can download brow brushes and
fix
it. So I know Anya Roberts.
Let
me not just talk about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So that's it.
That's it. I mean, I feel like the crop could have come down a little bit. Just show more of her blazer. I feel like it's too tight up. If you're going to go,
there's a lot of headroom.
Then there's a lot of space around here. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go to care photography. When I saw your name, I was like, care photography. Yeah, same name. When the client sees you, like, who's going to shoot me? Like, care. Who's going to care for
I remember care paint. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like this is a look that we see a lot. Beauty.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Off shoulder.
I'm not sure if the shoulder is
a bit exaggerated.
Yes, it is. So
because it's the closest part.
The closest part to the camera. So it's almost as big as her face. Right, and I'm not really sure about the way it is. Covering most of the neck.
Yeah, it feels very uncomfortable.
Yes.
I mean, you see a lot of models pose like this, and it's almost like sometimes it's their first instincts to
Yeah,
do that. However, in order not to get too what's it called carried away and not to hurt their feelings, you can take it and just tell them, okay, can you do this? Can you relax the shoulder a little bit? Can you show me a bit more neck? Can you do this? I mean, you can just direct
you always do
and
that,
get.
but that's something that we do as photographers. I don't know if
Yeah,
you do it, but I
yeah.
do it where okay, you know the pose is bad, right? But
Yeah, but
you
just
click
take
it
it
so that you can change.
and then can you just change this? Because if you outrightly say no, what is that? I mean, you can't you can't start the shoot with telling your body
No, that's a bad pose.
is that they taught you to be
Yeah,
posing?
in the opening, my own self, I won't take multiple pictures. Pack. So, like, can we try something else?
Something else, yeah.
You know, so that you don't damage anybody's confidence on set.
Yes.
Yeah. What else would we fix?
I think you can zoom in. Let's see the retouching. Well, I feel it's a bit. I don't know.
There's something off with the retouching, right?
Yeah, not really off. It might be style.
Okay.
Because I mean, when you look at the texture of the skin, it just doesn't feel as natural.
Yeah, it doesn't feel natural.
Natural. That's just my. But then overall, nice attempt. Nice work. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. We're going to talk about this guy, Chris. What now?
Equena.
Anya Quena. Hi, guy. I'm sure I butchered your name, but forgive
Chris
us.
Anya Quena.
Okay, so I'll talk about the lighting in the picture quickly. It looks like it's some kind of relatively hard light, and I don't know what.
It's coming from the back.
It's coming from the back and up.
It's creating shadows.
So that's why it's creating this shadow here, and I don't think that's the best thing you want to do, to create this kind of shadow here. So
unless you are going for a movie type horror movie.
Yeah. So your lighting
villain lighting. There's villain lighting.
Yes, from under.
From under, yeah. Just make you look. If I'm not sure if you watch very closely when the U.S. Elections were going on, there's some certain TV stations when they show image of Trump, it's villain lighting. When they show image of Biden, it's white, almost godlike. So this guy could be a villain in an Indian movie.
Okay. I like his hair though. I don't know. Then I feel
the
like
crop is not. I'm not sure about.
It looks like it was shot with a 35.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a bit distorted.
Yeah, it's a bit distorted. I think the pose is a bit. She is leaning back a little bit. I honestly don't know. There's just a few more than one thing that I can say I would fix here. The crop, the lighting, because you're working with light skin now. You're not working with African skin. So trust me. The way you light, even in the same breath, the way you light, even a light complexioned African is different from the way you light a Caucasian or someone with white skin. So I think the highlights are a bit much. The light is a bit flat. I can still see your reflection, which is coming from a very small source of light. You can see the highlight on the dot on the nose as the highlights. If you can zoom that, yes. So that's the reflection. If you look in the eyes too, you can see the other eye. You can see where there's a reflection coming from. So your lights are coming from like two different angles that are just a bit awkward, and it's just, I mean.
So quick fix. You could I'm sure if you move
just
him back, or
just turn him the other way
around, or bring the light around. Just get that light in here. Get the shadow. If you want to get that shadow, get it. Let's create the Rembrandt kind of look.
What you just do is just turn him the other way. Switch the position. It would at least you get an easy fix.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on.
Mad though.
King smile.
Mad. This immediately gives me Transformers vibes.
All right, right, right. Yeah,
Yeah. Yes, composite.
The composite, yes.
Yeah, but I think you just need to do a little bit much more blending in your composite. The background looks like it's very easy, but
And
your
she looks,
image is so clear and
yeah,
de-aged. So I feel like it just doesn't
doesn't
gel too much. I know you might. I mean, you're going for chaos, and she's standing out in the chaos, or there's a blizzard, there's the fire, whatever it is at the back. I think it's a very, very good attempt on and good work. It's hard work. Oh. I mean, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
See, the thing with composites
It's
is that
hard work.
yes,
It's a lot of work. But I think you have to pre-plan very well before you do this. In terms of the color of the dress and the color of the what's it called, I just don't think
you don't write this blue
they don't
dress.
they don't gel.
She had like more earthy tone kind of dress, more like a brown.
Yes, this would fly.
Yeah.
If you just probably go old, just let me see if I can do this. Hue and saturation. If I can do this, just take the blues and let me see. I don't know. I mean, just walk it around. I just don't feel like that blue. Even if it was this steel, it's still a bit better.
Yeah, that blue is
just too blue.
I don't want to use the word artificial in this scene.
To stand out. It's standing out so like a Sodom in this scene. I mean, probably desaturate the blue a little bit, if that works. I mean, just make it work. Make it work.
Yeah. The teal is better.
The teal is a bit better than if you check So check before and after now. Yeah, the teal is still works.
More subtle.
Yeah, subtle, and works more with the theme than. Yeah, so I think that's an easy fix. Overall, I don't think I want to comment too much about the lighting because the lighting looks like she's in the studio.
Yep.
Whereas it doesn't just gel
with the.
That's why I really don't try to do composites. There's so much work to be done. There's so much calculation.
Yeah, I agree.
So nice try, but yeah.
What I do is that I superimpose stuff on the background. So I'm not trying to tell you that this person is in this place.
The forest.
I'm just trying to tell you that I shot on a background that had a forest.
Texture.
That has the texture of a forest. That way it's easier to get away with it. But once you're trying to sell us that the person is in this particular place, then
you have to work.
You have to work like crazy hard for it. It's a lot of work. The lighting in the scene.
Sometimes, I used to try to do it, but sometimes it could take me like days to do one image.
Wow.
Yes.
So if you're putting someone in a scene, you have to replicate that kind of lighting on the person as well.
In the scene, yeah.
Yeah. So and I don't see how this person is lit this way in this scene. So yeah. Let's move on.
Ibrahim Idris. I'm Abuja Pips, right?
I don't know, man.
This looks like Usman Dam.
I think so. It looks like Abuja.
Yeah, it looks like Usman Dam. All right, so I would say there's more than one thing wrong with this image. Her gaze, where she's looking, she looks like she's scared. She looks like, this Kano wants to fall inside water.
What if that's what he's trying to tell us?
Or maybe she saw a crocodile.
What do you think about the
horizon line
cutting through her hair?
I mean, I probably wouldn't. I'll try to avoid it as much as possible.
I like the red against the green though.
I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it could, if it was Christmas, yes. It could pass, but the red is too red, the greens are too I think he manipulated the hue of the green has been changed forward in this image. And the artificial flowers, the appliques of the dress,
pink.
Yeah, the colors are washing into each other. There's a cast even on the Canon, the skin. I just feel like the styling can be better right?
Mm-hmm.
The hairstyling can be better.
Agreed.
Yeah. And the pose can be better.
Yeah, so I'll just say, as photographers, see, your job does not just start at
It's
when
not
you take the
just
picture.
taking the pictures.
You have to influence the styling, because see, if you put...
You have to influence makeup, you have to influence the set design, everything.
If Emmanuel is shooting, for example, now, and he has already styled everything, I just come and snap the picture, it will be fine like this picture.
If Tosi was shooting now, he already set the backdrop, and I take the picture, it'll still be fine like his picture.
So a lot of the work, honestly, like 30 to 40% of the work is before you actually shoot.
I would say 70% of the work. Really.
No, there's lighting now.
The lighting, you think about it before you shoot now. Okay. Do you understand?
Yeah, I agree. So before you shoot, it's like
70% of the work.
70% of the work. So
it's already done.
The styling, the makeup,
the
hair, location, what background you're using, whatever you're doing beforehand, make sure you're influencing it so that, you can come out with great results. Shooting is the small part.
It's a very small part. Yeah, and it's the easy part actually.
Okay. Hey,
we still have places to
go. Okay. Again. Glory. What is going on in this image?
Well, I'll say I was a bit scared actually.
You were scared?
Yes. I mean, I understand that that's what you were going for. I don't know if she has contacts on.
I think she does. No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. It's just the lighting and the color of it. I think she used a blue gel on one of the lights, so it's creating, or maybe she color graded with blue, which is now the makeup, the hair. It's not working for me. However, I get the idea. It's dramatic.
But what do you think about this part being closer to the camera? And
that's why I said a lot of things are not working for me. That might be the, what's it called? The direction, like to create the distortion. But then I don't see the essence of the distortion. That's the issue. Because the dramatic part of this, what we want to see is around the top of the head.
Here.
It's the drama, yes.
So you're showing us more of
this that we don't need to see than what we need to see. So in terms of creating tension or distortion, it's actually not necessary. So I would rather, I mean, I don't know, if you could crop close-up, I'm sure you probably have close-up shots of this. Whereas I'm not, it looks more like a, probably if this was like Halloween type, and if you look at the hand, there's foreshortening in the hand too. There's something when you're painting, foreshortening, so the hand looks shorter than it actually is. That's because she's pointing the arm towards the camera.
Yeah, straight on.
So yeah. Really, there's more than one thing to correct. The makeup attempt, I love it. I love the drama in the makeup, the oily skin, the, what's it called now? The gel eyeshadow, the smoky, what's it called? Whatever it is. I like the idea. I love the idea. However, the execution, I'm not 100% sure of. Honestly, I won't lie to you. I have a picture like this. I shot it in 2012 when I just started photography.
Are you serious?
Yes. That's why
Do you have it? Do you still have it?
I'm sure it's somewhere on Facebook. Or somewhere.
You can show it.
I mean, I understand because that year, I mean, I was just introduced to the first makeup artist that I was working with, I was going for. It was African geisha, I called it. Wow. African geisha, like so it was geisha type of makeup with white and the Japan, I mean the what's it called, and then face painting and we tied gele. I mean, it was back then, it was mad. I was changing the color from green to orange and everything. However, I mean, looking back at it now, it was youthful exuberance.
Useful exuberance.
Yeah, but then I get the idea.
I get the idea, but
But the execution could be drastically better. Crop into the face. Let's see.
Let's crop tighter.
Like tight, just the face.
Cutting into the gilly.
That's good.
Oops, sorry. Okay.
You can cut, like move the crop up. Just move it up.
Okay.
Like move the box up.
Okay. Yeah,
Good.
like this.
Yes, like that.
Good.
This could still be meaningful. This could be some sort of cultural heritage, but not with.
But then this is like,
She's leaning back. Yes. The pose looks uncomfortable. Her eyes looks uncomfortable. She looks like she has like some sort of crossed eye. Yeah. So you just need to be very intentional when you're. So are you Baby Glory? Nice attempt.
Just take some tips and then work with them.
There's promise. There's potential.
Yeah. So I feel like, I'll just say this is that what happens is that you have an artistic mind, and like when Emmanuel was creating, you know what you want to create, but maybe, for some example, maybe your skill set is not there yet.
Yeah.
Or
so try it again in 2 months.
Just
see what's
try again and then see whether you can make a better image. Hopefully you can take some points from this session. It looks very commercial.
Yeah, it's not Nigerian too.
It's not. Oh yeah, the models, right? Or why? Why do you know it's not Nigerian?
I just know it's not Nigerian. This is American.
Garion Briggs.
This is American. Yeah. Looks good. I mean, it could be for a commercial for makeup lashes, or
a beauty commercial.
It's a beauty commercial. But I understand that you wanted to prop their head up so that their head is not leaned back, but I can still see the white.
Yeah, something
that you used to tell. Yes. So I mean, good work, good thinking. However, odd numbers also work better. So I'll take out this
3. Yeah.
I'll take out this. I'll use this 3 because if you look at the 3, it's still forming a triangle.
Okay. We'll create like that kind of crop now, and then even this last person is the only person whose head is not like
it's straight,
upright.
So if you can just create that line,
right?
To just create that, yeah.
Oh, you're so right. Odd number would have looked
perfect.
Number
would have been a lot better. So,
it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can create that with a crop. It'll be hard.
No, not with a crop.
Yeah,
not with a crop. More with
removing that
the person. So odd numbers would be a lot better. It would have worked much better.
But overall, good lighting, good reception, I think. Yeah.
I mean, you shot this overhead. It must have been a hassle getting.
So what's the problem for me?
Yeah, I mean, it's sometimes when I do this, I just leave my camera there. I trigger remotely.
Yeah, so you can
to get that done. But absolutely stunning image.
Really good. The makeup is good.
Makeup is good.
I like their white.
So I think your only problem is just this last bit.
Person.
Because I can see the towel underneath. I can see.
And then her chain. Oh, in fact, so you can see her chain.
Chain is awkward. So I think it's just that last person that gave you that gave this image.
The picture would have been.
That gave this image away.
Yeah.
So imagine if it was just 3 of them and our hand was cupping their head, like our hand was here, our hand was here, creating a deeper connection with the 3 of them. It would have been nice. All right, cool.
Karen Briggs, well done. Jasmine Promise. I'll just talk about the lighting and I'll give rest in mind. So I see the Rembrandt idea, and I like this. The serious fall off. What I always try to do for myself is that I try to make sure that these shadows are not as black. So if you have a V flat or a reflector or a second light. Just reduce the power a bit and put it here, so that you can just raise the shadows a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, so it's not so black. I love her pose. I mean, this is something that I like this kind of stuff.
It's like a heirloom.
Yeah, she looks very regal.
They'll print and put it in the house.
She looks very. What do you think?
It's Indian, sort of like sari.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess maybe that's the idea. I think it's nice. However, I'm not sure about the color of the background and the color of the dress.
Yeah.
If you use the hue and saturation again to quickly just check the hue and saturation, just pick the blue and see if you can find a color that still works. This might have worked better. The teal might have worked better. I mean, but then.
But we don't know if this is like a client's job or
personal. Even if it's a client job, sometimes you have to tell them that it doesn't work, and change it, and they are grateful for it. It was royal blue. This would have passed much better.
So then it's her skin that stands out against all of this teal.
Look at before and after. See how dramatically that changed. So yeah, that's it. Makeup can be better. Lighting can be better.
Can be better, yeah.
Yeah. Retouching can be better.
Yeah, but I like the pose. I like
the pose. I like the flow. I like the isolation. I like the backdrop. I mean, the backdrop is so nice. So yeah. Next.
Hold on.
Jasmine. Or Bantu again.
If we see another Bantu.
You know when I saw this image, you know what came to my mind?
What?
Thames. Not because of anything, but the vibe is just easy. I love the gold. This is something you see in a magazine.
Yeah.
This is really good. I won't say too much. The color, the balance, the retouching is natural. The earring is nice. In some other climb, I won't put the pearl thing around the neck.
Yeah.
But there's a sophistication he has to it, which, if you're going for simple, doesn't work. But there's still this sophistication he has to it, almost like he's an Oshun worshipper.
Wow.
Yeah, because they use
the pearl,
those,
the white.
So it makes it look a bit more tribal than it is. The earring is looking more modern. So
there's
a contrast.
Yeah.
There's a sophistication that it has to it, and the green is really good. I love the background, the cream or the beige, whatever it is. The eyeshadow is really nice. Nice makeup. Bushy brows, well brushed, lips, full lips. Parts. Let's go. That's it. Yeah, this is amazing work. This is like if Visa was doing an advert. I see Visa logo on this. I see something. Yeah.
Maybe you should send
This you know what I think of when I see this image? Decoros.
I'm not there.
I'm not there too. Anyways, yeah.
I'm not a fan of the retouching.
It's a bit too much.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know about this crop. I see this thing a lot where
the hands are from the triangles are from there. It's not bad. But I'm just not. It's a simple image. It's an image. It's a simple image that can be done better. Do you understand? The retouching can be better. The airline, the pattern in the airline can be fixed. I think it's an average attempt. It can be a lot better. The catch light in the eyes can be. I mean,
please, when you're
saying it's the reflector that I'm seeing.
I'm just going to say that for beauty images, and I'm going to say what Gotten told me in 2016 is that if you're shooting beauty, you're selling perfection, right? You're selling flawless. You're selling like it is 100%. So if you are doing that, then everything has to be on point.
On point, yes.
You understand? You can't have the makeup not be perfect. You can't have your retouching not be the best. The lashes is taking over most of her eye. I
Over
can't
eyes, yeah.
see the catchlight in her eyes, all of that. So what I'll say is that if you want to shoot beauty, just have it in the back of your head and
she's blending into the background. So
you want it to be
she's
perfect.
not...
Yeah, I feel like the picture can have more depth with lighting or whatever color you want to use for the background.
Yep. Let's move on.
Yeah, okay. So go
Chop,
on.
chop.
Obaji. Hey. Obaji.
About them girls.
Madu. Obaji, please tell us in the comment section, or is the G for girls?
I love the color of the dress. In terms of the cleavage, I mean, it's cleavage sells these days. It's good for your clients if they're comfortable with it, it's fine. However, I think in terms of the overall styling, I would not use a bob wig with this dress. Even if I use a bob wig, it will be shorter because the bob is clashing with the dress already. Her stare is just very stern. It's almost like the way she's putting her hand in her pocket is not very sacrosanct of someone wearing this type of. Do you understand? It's almost like it doesn't go together. Almost
we'll put the dictionary meaning of sacrosanct.
Please, let me just it's just there's just something not there's no flow. The ear is standing alone, the eyes is standing alone, the top part is standing alone, and the bottom part is standing alone. It's like they're not working together.
Okay.
So the styling, the lighting, I love the lighting. I think the lighting is soft and nice.
Yeah.
The retouching can be better.
When you're whitening the eyes,
yeah.
Guys, I see. Don't try to make it unnatural. So you can whiten a bit, but for here, I think he took the saturation all the way down, and it's just obvious that
it's looking black, and
not,
you can see the red veins in the eyes are now black.
So be careful with that. I feel
the wig doesn't work with the dress. The dress doesn't work with the bottom. Simple.
Interesting. Okay, so let's move on. Obaji, well done. Elvis.
Nice image.
Elvis is
it reminds me of Yetunde Babaiko's work.
Elvis is my guy, and the hair is flying around.
Love it.
In this picture, I can tell, and I know that you imposed this texture on the background. I can tell. I don't know. I can tell. I just know that this texture was not. And how I know is that. So what happens is that if you want to superimpose texture on the background, shoots like f4, f5.6. Put them like right against the background. The moment you shoot with some level of depth of field, you can see our hands are starting to go out of focus. But when you impose texture and then the texture is sharp, it's obvious that
the texture is not the same sharpness as
so.
But me, I don't even have any problem with texture. I like this person being themselves. I like the fact that it's not. They're not selling perfection.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just the way I like the emotion in the image. The color works together for me. I love the blue against the beige or whatever it is.
What would you say about the so bright highlights are quickly running to like deep shadows on the
it's a different style, and if that's their style that runs across. Do you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If that's the style that runs across, like it's sometimes people like use cross process, which is old style of, like you see this in gelatin. What's it called? What they call this print now? You see a certain type of print that come out like this when old. So if that's the style. However, I feel like the contrast in the highlights and the shadows is a bit too much, but I also think that's one of the things that add to the way the picture looks. So the picture stands out to you.
How about the crop? The hand. It's cutting the hand.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
if you just
Cut your Elvis.
if you just cropped
A bit
lower,
lower.
then at least just show the continuation of the fingers. It will have been better. But
Alright.
sometimes this picture might be in the other pictures, the hair might not be flying, and it's now this picture that the hand is cropped that the hair is flying. So
You will
that's-
carry the head from one place and put it in another.
mad oh.
All
Mad
right,
oh.
this picture.
Mad
Hey,
oh.
zebra photos.
It just
Hey.
reminds me of Aham Ibeleme 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Mm.
Because they have this strong image. I'm sorry, this image is really dope.
Why are you saying you're sorry? I agree.
It's really dope.
I mean, our hands leading here,
I
and
love
then the
it.
next.
I love it.
Like, what is next?
What? I love it.
I like the veins in it.
The only
There's
thing
stretch
is, I
marks
don't
in-
like the way you crop the hands. The guy's hand.
The guy's
That's all.
hands, right?
That's all. That's all. But I love it. I love the drama. I mean, it's so intentional.
It's a very dramatic picture.
Like what? It could be a drawing, like it could be a painting. I mean, I love the stretch marks, the way you left it.
Yes, as in, thank you for leaving
Everything,
those. It adds to it.
everything is so nice, and I like the way you just spot on just one light, bam. It's not just one light actually.
there are
but-
lights on
yeah,
the
the light,
back.
but then the light in the center of the chest. That's what I
Yeah.
meant.
It's a good image. I mean,
Really
it's
dope.
black and white and everything. I'm not sure I like the makeup on her, though. I can see that there's this glittery.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not sure if it works
honestly,
for
for me, I think the makeup is pardonable because it's now black and white. It's almost sepia stroke, black and white. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, I really like
love
the
it.
image. I like
Love
this line.
Love it. Love it.
I
Love
like
it.
this.
There's so much drama going on. There's so many triangles everywhere. Even his abs, the tension in his abs, the tension in his face.
Okay.
I mean,
Jibra photos. Can we see more of this?
Yes,
kind of
sir.
images?
yes, so make it a thing. Patos. Is Patos Ghanaian?
I don't know. Isaac
It's
Ibrahim.
Oh, that's
His name.
Isaac Ibrahim. Is it Ghanaian? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
All right, cool. I don't like the gel. I don't like
No,
the.
yeah,
the
I don't
gel,
agree with
the
this.
Gel, the gel. No, it
The
doesn't.
color,
it doesn't add to
the
it.
placement.
It doesn't add to the picture.
No.
It doesn't add to the picture. And a pose, you can see like a pose and facial expression is very flat.
Mm.
So it's not adding too much to it.
You need to make it more interesting. I'd
Yes,
say.
make it more interesting.
Make it more interesting.
Yeah. It's quite flat for
it's
me.
flat, yes. It's a bit flat. Agba Ibrahim, Agba Bolaji. What would we say? Even Lilith. I don't know. I'm not just a fan of just like lighting everywhere. But
I'm sure it's client work.
client work most likely. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely.
Do you feel like if she was sitting on something a bit higher, so she could stretch
Yeah,
her
so
legs?
that her legs won't be to the back.
Yeah, so her leg looking.
Yeah.
That's my brush. So her legs like coming back like this. So if she was sitting a bit higher, she might have more room
To point legs.
to point her legs and
in
stretch her
front.
legs. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree to the same. And the choice of background, the choice of color, the choice of texture on the background, it's just a bit flat.
Yeah, it is. There's so much.
It's just a bit flat. Yeah, but I think it's client work, so
Okay, let's move on.
Salami Omongbola. I love this. I love it because
I like the color.
it's alter. Yes, it's
like-
almost alter.
Mhm.
It's something that you can see. What's it called? This guy is Kenzo. Kenzo comes to Nigeria to come and shoot this. However, I think you just need to be a bit more intentional about, because like zoom into the clothes, the chest. No, this.
Okay.
You just need to be a bit more intentional about that.
Guys, be careful. It's very easy. Close down, fixed.
Fix it. Go up to the hair, actually. The hair.
I'm not even sure if this was shot in a studio. It has some kind of outdoor vibe.
No, it's outdoor actually. It looks outdoors. It looks like.
But it looks like the background was like.
It was. The saturation was changed.
Something was fixed because I can see like a small halo around.
The saturation was fixed.
That wasn't.
The color or the hue or the saturation was worked on. The hair is a bit chaffy. It's a bit dry.
Yep.
It's a bit dry. Just be more intentional about these things. This is an overall nice image. Adidas will shoot this. Kenzo will shoot this. But yeah. Preach it, photographer.
Preach photographics.
Preachman
concepts.
Mad.
Outdoor idea, like blurring the background, but the background is still distracting.
Yeah.
For me. So
the styling is not the best.
It's too bland.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're shooting outdoors, if you want to get this blurry, I used to do this a lot. Like blur the background. There's still composition involved because you have to figure out which part of the background you want to blur to shoot against. I'm sure maybe it was in the afternoon, maybe it's high speed sync, I don't know. But the lighting can be a bit better as well.
The lighting is not.
Yeah, it looks like it's a small source and it's relatively hard. You can see the hard shadows here.
Yep.
So all of this cutting across her, the pull at the back, it's a bit distracting. So
overall,
be more conscious about
your surroundings.
What is behind.
Be more conscious about the colors that they're wearing. The white is a bit distracting.
Yes.
The lighting. Why don't you shoot with the natural light instead of putting like this shot with natural light might actually come out a lot better. Yeah, it looks like an overcast day. There's no ash sunlight, so why not? I love Josh Temi. I like the saturation is a bit too much for me.
Yeah.
However, I like there's just some sort of
so it's the one against all of this blue in the background.
Yeah, and in the clothes too, actually. Because the colors in the clothes are replicated in the background. The blue, the orange, the teal, the yellow. It's replicated in the background.
Well, are we seeing a bit of Dutch angle here? Are we straightening this picture
just a little bit? Yeah, straighten. Yeah, that works.
So it was a bit
askew.
Yeah, so.
Alright, cool.
Well done, Josh Temi.
Well done. I like it.
Eyes are really blue though.
Yeah, that's not natural.
Your saturation, just tone it down a bit.
The saturation is a tad bit much. But overall, nice image, nice model. Location is good.
I feel like sometimes white is very difficult. We've seen
white is difficult
to shoot because it's going to stand out, so you have to know what
you're doing. Yeah. So if this white was shot against white, what do you think? You think it would be better?
I like that he put some white and then white against yellow.
Yeah, but I just feel like white catching the highlights might just be too much. Like white can just be distracting. Like I don't see her, I see white. I don't know if this is the white you're trying to sell, however.
So most times when I'm shooting white, I just shoot against white. What do you do?
That's a lot of times you just have to be very extremely intentional about the way you select. This image, I don't know. Sometimes it's very hard for you to, when you're submitting your work for critique, client's work. I think it's better to submit your personal work than client's work, because personal work is all you. Client's work is a little bit of you and a little bit of the client. Really, I'm not feeling the styling. I'm not feeling the headgear. I'm not feeling the robe, and then the white inside the white robe, the earrings, the backgrounds. You used lights to accentuate. I'm just not. The image is not striking me. It's not resonating well, especially because there are different types of white too. This white is different from this white, so there are like 3 different types of whites or shades of white in this image. So it just creates some sort of.
What can he do?
I feel like, I would have loved to see his personal work rather than client's work.
I think he submitted a couple of images, but this is the one I picked.
Yeah, the connection is not. It looks like a client is thinking about something else, not even in the shoot. She's beautiful, but when you're taking pictures, beauty is not enough. Sometimes you have to connect. Yeah.
Composite again.
I think it's just texture on top of the background.
I'm seeing some haziness.
Yes, so the masking.
Is this Eve? She giving Adam an apple?
She's thinking about giving Adam an apple.
From a basket?
Yes.
Okay.
For forbidden baskets. Alright. I'll say the idea behind is you can see the idea behind, right? You can but then the way everything is coming together is not just gelling the way it should. The pose, her legs, her thighs are towards the camera. I feel like if she was posed with her thigh away from the camera at a diagonal, it might have been better. Not sitting straight towards the camera, but sitting sideways would have been better. Her gaze is not working for me. She's looking at the light.
And then is there.
Okay, maybe that's the.
It's giving Adam the apple.
And the smack on her face, like.
Okay, you go chop.
Like,
you go chop.
Chop this apple today. You cheating bastard.
Adam did not cheat now.
Men has come.
She was the only woman in it.
you can't say that. You don't know. You're not there. You don't know the circumstances in the what's it called. So
I didn't see the apple until I kind of zoomed in. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, the idea is there. However, the way the idea came together is not perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
What can the person do better?
What can the person do better?
Yes.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not a fan of all of. Is this all of the background and the?
It's like sky. They're in the.
Then
Garden of Eden
stars
was somewhere.
Space. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some cosmic stuff going on.
I don't know.
We're spending too much time talking, actually.
Okay.
So
we'll move on, but maybe just try and make the
simplify.
styling.
Yes,
simplify.
Make the styling.
If she had like maybe some kind of dripping on. Or
yes, it would have been better.
This top looks modern.
The wig is too much. Yeah.
And then
it's just too heavy.
Okay, so
it's heavy on the eyes. Mado, pop. What they call this thing again? It's not the type of picture is what.
Oh, okay.
Pin up. Yeah. Pin up, but the editing is.
Your editing is
just nah.
All of our skin texture is gone.
Gone, yeah.
So the background, I'm not sure, especially because of this pink part of the hair.
Yeah, if it was blue,
yeah,
blue background or yellow background,
it's lost.
The black tie is not working. You shouldn't have used the black tie.
And it's also skewed. I don't know.
Yeah. The light is dead now. Mad.
Victoria, look at what you have cost. The shirt is somehow.
Shirt is wrinkled.
It's wrinkled.
It's not white. It's not. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just a lot going on. Just simplify. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on to
Mado.
The last image.
This is Prosy Media again. That means
Prosy Media again.
Abi? That's Prosy Media, yes.
No.
Prosy, you selected.
You don't want Prosy Media.
Yes, Prosy. Yes. That's it.
Prison media, you wanted to scam us. You sent us, I don't know, maybe you sent 2 emails, I don't know. Marcella Prosper.
Okay, so this is still the same client. If you look at it.
It's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same client. So this is a bit better than the last image. Abi? In terms of drama and something to talk about, in terms of even efforts, yeah, I see you're using a strip of light. I don't know how you created it, if it was a snoot or something else, or a gobo. However, I think this is a better attempt than the last one because there's still a bit more drama in this. I like the drama, but I think it could be executed better.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about these 2 shadows at the side.
They can be distracting. Yeah.
I was saying this big blob of highlights like right here.
Yeah, it's the highlights from this light.
Yeah, then her face is lost. Like I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I like the drama.
Yeah.
But I like the drama going on because it shows effort. You understand what I mean? But the 3 shadows are just not. I mean, I know there's a blue gel coming from somewhere that's casting a shadow. You shot on red. I don't know. Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much. Just simplify. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last one, and
I think that's the end of it.
We are done. I hope you guys were able to take 1 or 2 things out of this session.
I hope so too.
Mano, can we pick 1 picture?
As the winner.
Yeah, not winner per se, but the picture that like
resonates more with me. We can pick 3.
Okay, which ones are we picking?
Let's just run through it again.
So we had this image on the first one.
We can have it as 1.
So we're picking this one?
Yes, 1.
Okay, 1.
Next. You can cycle through. There's a way you can use this to cycle through. Sorry, you escape. Command. Okay. So we'll pick that one. This is 2.
2. 3. Interesting.
Cycle. Let's see if there's any.
Are we done?
Cycle and see if there's any.
Okay.
4.
4.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alright guys, so thank you. Questions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you Manuel for coming and doing the honors.
Namaste.
He's my boss.
Namaste.
And he has cut some soup for me, so I'm very happy.
I'm the boss, he's the lorry. Maybe I'm just the boss.
Yeah, the Boeing 777.
Okay now.
Airbus.
You are the challenger.
Alright guys, so please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Oh, the time to look at that camera. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. We're trying to get to how many subscribers now? We're trying to get to 4,000 hours of watch time. So please like and subscribe. So thank you guys.
Until next time, Emma Jao.
Inside joke. So, I'm sorry if I couldn't get to your image. We had a lot of submissions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a second part. I'll bring somebody else and we'll go through some of the other images as well. So thank you guys for submitting, and cheers. Bye.
Peace.